SollyJo is upcycling some dining chairs this week. Firstly, Solly painted the chairs in the La Magic Crackle and painted over them with La Magic paint in cotton.
So we've got the crackle, it's all nice and dry now. I'm just going to sand it down. So we're using the Bouquet of Flowers by Posh Chalk Interiors. The great thing about these papers is, guys, if you crease them, it doesn't matter. I can just crease that up like that, open it back up, and it will smooth down once I get it on my surface.
Here, SollyJo is applying the Posh Script decoupage along with the Bouquet of Flowers.
So what I'm going to do is just come in with some Posh Chalk infuser. That's what I'm using today. You can use any top coat sealer or glue, and it's very strong, this paper, so I can just pick it up and flatten out some of those creases I've got in there. My decoupage paper's dried, so I'm going to just come in with a Stanley knife here, and I'm going to cut round the edges very carefully. And I'm not going to throw this piece away, I can use that again. Just get into all those little crevices. Now come in with our WoodUbend mouldings. These have been on the griddle, so they're nice and bendy. Now when you're putting the glue on the back of the WoodUbend mouldings, make sure you get it all over, so you get a really snug adherence to the surface. For those of you who don't know what WoodUbend mouldings are, they're appliques. They have all the properties of wood. You can sand them, stain them, paint them, and obviously, as you can see, when you warm them up, you can bend them.
Once the 1245 WoodUbend moulding has been adhered to the surface, Solly uses the water-based Posh Chalk pastes to create the vintage feel. The pastes can be wiped back with a tissue, or if you would like your decoupage paper to pop, then we suggest using a baby wipe.
So we're coming in with 2103 now, the WoodUbend moulding 2103. It's been on the griddle, so it's nice and pliable.
Always use a good quality wood glue and ensure to cover the whole back of the moulding.
So to blend in here, I'm going to be using the Posh Chalk metallic paste in the black carbon. I'm just going to bring it up there just to make it look like it was always part of the pattern. So I'm just spraying the surface with some water so that the paste dilutes, so I can just blend it into the surface. This is the brown Van Dyke. I'm just going to be using a mixture of colours. Should stuff in there, just sitting in those crevices.
Some of the pastes are texturized and have real Swarovski crystals in them. Solly is mixing the Posh Chalk copper pigments with the Posh Chalk infuser. Always make sure to add your infuser after the pigments so that you can control your own consistency. More mixing with the lemon gold pigments and then brushing over the textured paste to highlight the details of the 2103 WoodUbend moulding. Solly is wanting to stick with the natural look, so has decided to lightly brush over the wood with Posh Chalk pastes. if you apply too much, remember you can use baby wipes while it is still wet to tone down the colour. Solly saturates the surface using water to dilute the pastes in order to create a wash. Finally, we are bringing back the Posh Chalk Copper and Lemon Gold pigments for the 2094 and 1723 WoodUbend mouldings, the chair legs and the feet. The Posh Chalk pigments are great to dry brush over WoodUbend mouldings to pick out all the intricate details. Thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. See you next time!